Inflewence here, and today we got the Transformers Age of the Primes Trypticon, which is basically their reissue of the Titans Return Trypticon, but with the animation colors. I guess. Off the bat, I don't like the purple as much as, well, I never liked the purple. I needed Trypticon, and getting the old one, y'all know, was expensive. People were selling it for outrageous prices, and it's still expensive. Even when they announced this, people were still selling it for what it was. I guess they figured if they could get rid of, they'll get rid of it. If not, they'll keep it. But so the purple in person is the same as when you see it on pictures or whatever. The blue doesn't bother me. I do like the blue. I like the way it looks, and I definitely like the black. I always liked the black. I always thought he was black or dark gray, I guess. I like this. I like these. I'm not sure what's changed because I haven't had the original, or I don't have the original one. Like I said, that's why I ordered this, because the original one was so expensive, and I do like this color. I like the darker color. So it's a trade-off. The purple, not so much, but I can take it. It's not too terrible where I am just upset turning around because it's not going to fit on my table. As you can see, I'm in my different space, the space where I can really review big figures, aka my pool table. But yeah, so this is basically, if you have the first version, you can tell when I go through it, if you want to watch this video, what's different and what's not. Like I said, I don't know what's different and what's not, so we'll take it from there. And this comes to me from John at Go Figment. I'm very impressed with his prices and his shipping and his customer service, so check him out. I have a link in the description where you can go, or in the pinned comment also. All right, so shout out to him. Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe. I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube. You know, after the intro is accessories usually, and it's no different today. So full tilt comes with him. I know this was loose on the first version. I'm not sure how much they changed it. It is still a little loose to me. Like, it doesn't take much to have him come down. But you do have this, and how this works, I will get him off of here. You just pull this down. It's clamped on, and then he's clamped in, and he has a piece there. So you just kind of pull it up and pull it out. It's just a little piece that keeps him on the front. Then you can put this back like that. Subscribe. And here you are with full tilt. It doesn't come with the other guy. I was hoping he would. I was hoping they would add him. I forget that guy's name. The little tank dude. They did make a separate figure, armor figure, the kind that goes apart. Same thing they did with Metroplex. But this is his gun. And man, I wish all the purple was this color. This is the color purple that I would want it to be. I believe because this is painted. Really nice glossy paint. This, I think, is just plastic. And all the other parts, I think, are just purple plastic, which is why you get this discrepancy. And it's showing up pretty good on camera. It's pretty true to life. But you have that. He looks fine. Let's get him transformed. Not hard at all, but fun. Lift this up. Almost forgot. Lift that up. Lift this up. Move these out. Move them out. Close it back. Close it back. Arms. His arm comes off the ball joint on that side all the time. That's an easy fix. So the one thing that I think they did change and move this up to cover that little unsightly hole there. Then you move this back here. You can move it down and back like that. And then you just, let me show the headmaster. Headmaster's cool, I guess. It's just a normal headmaster. Does have some good paint on the face. Moves how you think it would move. And then you just plug this in here. Backwards. Turn him around. Get his fist out, of course. And then you have his gun. And there you go. Full tilt. His face is nice. I think a nice face sculpt. I don't have my glasses on. I hope it's in focus. I'm gonna go get them in a minute. Do his articulation real quick. Get the 360 elbow. Arm gets the 360. Goes up almost 90. He gets the 90 for the elbow, even with the gun out. Fist doesn't rotate. It does go in just because, and it's just grabby. He has a bicep swivel. Does the hurdles, no issue. Does the splits with no issue. No waist. Has a thigh split swivel. Gets 90 degrees on the knee. And no type of feet to speak of. And no, I don't think, yeah, no rocker, no feet. So yeah, there you go with that. That's basically his only accessory besides the box, which ain't nothing to write home about. Just got that vague picture on there. It looks like a painting, and this stuff on the back and on the sides, the same thing. But let's compare him to this one, which is Cyan Culture. Cyan Culture? I don't know. I'm butchering it. So you can see that there, how much bigger he is. So if you really want masterpiece, this is considered Legends, but I would think that's Legends if you're going to use it. For either, for my money, it would be that. This is good though. It does have some features on it that's not on him. Let's do Cyan Culture Metroplex. Cyan Culture. I kind of like that. I know Metroplex was probably should be bigger. But I do kind of like that. They are their matches. So there's that. It has rose scorpionock, and it should be bigger than Trypticon. Let's compare them to see. I know on my shelf he's a little. The shelf is a little crooked, so he stands up well on the shelf, but not on the table. I would have to adjust his feet better. There we go. So there he is, or there they are next to each other. And just because I have him readily available, here's a masterpiece Onslaught. And of course, that's not well scaled. When I said he scales with masterpiece, I would think he's closer to scaling with masterpiece, especially if you have him separate from your other figures. Like I have my Titans. You can't really tell. So that's it for comparisons. Let's do some articulation. Head goes down on great ratchets. Also, yeah, everywhere that's painted, I just noticed everywhere that's painted has the purple that I would want. This is more like, I guess, I don't know what you would call this color, but it's not the same purple. See them next to each other, and it's coming out on camera pretty well. So I was doing articulation, but so the head goes like that on ratchets. There's really no neck movement, but you can get this whole piece to move. So if you wanted to move the neck like that, you can move that and move it down, and then, you know, the other way as well. It does do 360, but all these guns and stuff are hit right here and all that good stuff. We're getting to more of that doing transformation. Arms, busted 360. He has elbow movement like this, which is considered 90 degrees. He has a 90 degree out. which is cool. His hands go down and up like that, and fingers are not articulated but are articulated. The back toe finger, the back finger is articulated like this, and this is articulated like that. No other articulation. Up here, he has his gun that you can pull up, and it stays, and you can push down. His mouth opens pretty wide. He has these guns in here that you can't really articulate. I wish they would have made them articulate. And also he has the gimmick where he can eat those, and then they end up in his stomach. So anything that's small enough to go into there. This thing articulates, of course. Legs have articulation. They're on ratchets. They do feel like they get hung up sometimes, so I would just be careful. I think there's been problems with the legs, but they do the 360. He has ratchets like that, so you can get the leg out straight, you can get it down, you can get the toe all the way down, the toe tilt, and he has a rocker that is about that much. So you can get him in like a taller pose. I do like that, where if you want, you can move his legs more straight, if I can do it. And then he's more straight up and down, so you can get the taller kind of Godzilla pose, I guess. Which is what he basically is Godzilla. I don't think he's a real dinosaur or anything. I mean, he could be. He could be a T-Rex or a Spinosaurus without the spines. Anyway, I digress again. You got the clear plastic here. I do like the translucent. Here's the paint again. Again, I wish they just would have painted all the parts, because the plastic parts that aren't painted are not a good color, but this is. I mean, not a good color for me. I don't know what you might be fine with that color, but just paint the hands. I don't know why they just didn't go through and paint the hands. Couldn't save that much money. Who knows? Because these are painted. Even these are different colors. Like this is painted right here, but this isn't, which understandable why something like this wouldn't be painted, because it probably would scratch off the paint more than anything. However, like something like this, I don't know why maybe it wouldn't be. Again, choices. And I think that's it. The tail. The tail moves because it's for transformation, but trying to there we go. Tail moves like that, depending on, or it can go all the way up like that. So then again, you can move the tail all the way like that and get the high standing straight up, which is what I was trying to do if I had the tail right. And you know, then you can just figure it out as you go. You see this? Like I said, it's not super loose. Like you see, you can pull it, but it doesn't take much for it to come out. So let's get into, I think that's it. Let's get into transformation. Transformation purposes, I'm gonna just put full tilt back in his spot. When you transform him back, make sure you open up that, because that's where it pegs in at. And it fills in a little bit of more of that. So something I didn't do. Then you can peg that in and clamp it on. So transformation, you know, it's not super involved. Make this like this, and there's a peg here that pegs in over there. Peg that in there. First, you gotta move this head. Move that up, move this around. Like that. You can move this like this. Then you can do the arm. You can do the arm first. It doesn't matter, really. You just got to get this like in some sort of real way like that. And move this up here. Now what you do, put him on his back, straighten this out so it's straight, turn this around, and then right here, you want to push this button here in order to pull these out. Put this down, then move these back and push them in like that. Then you want to push this button again in order to pull this out. So this button has a lever right here that moves back and forth that keeps this locked down there. And the button has a lever right here that keeps it locked right there. So you move this out like this. And you kind of adjust this. There's a tab here that tabs in where you can adjust it to tab into the side there. Then move that down. All this is like this. Get on this side. Same thing, push this lever, pull this out. Make sure this is moved up. I don't know if I moved that up or if it came back down. And tab it, click it in. There. Push this lever. Then you can move this down like this easy. And move these out and adjust this for the tab here to go into the side here. And that's how you know, really easy to tell if you got it right. Make sure the foot's down. Make sure the foot's straight too. Where's it at? There we go. Right there. You have this, you can move these down. You can move this out. You can flip the wings because I guess this is a flying thing. I don't know if I like that it didn't come with stickers. I don't think it did. Let me double check. Maybe I left them in the box. The original, I think, came with stickers. Maybe this wasn't painted. I don't know. But I think you can have this like this. Then you have the landing strip. But really, you can have it like this. So you have these guns out. And you can move this gun. See some of, like you got this stuff here. It's a lot of styling. It's a lot of that blue. I do like that blue. And this is all painted. So it's like the blue shows through. And this is where the cars go. So it makes no sense not to paint everywhere else besides saving money. Because this could scrape off just as easy as anywhere else. Right here is painted. This is painted because it's shiny, you can tell. Yeah, not much. You can pull these missiles out. I forgot. So then the missiles can come out and there you are. You have him in his flying base mode. And in the flying base mode, if you want, you can, this is where this thing comes up and you have a space in there where you can fit people. I think full tilt can fit if you want him to. Throw him in there. Or you can even keep him in there, I believe. Yeah. So he can stay in there if you need him. If you don't want him out. And then this just looks like a missile pod or pad or something that shoots. Maybe somebody could stand here. He could stand here. Put them like this. I think this is more for base mode. Or you can put them like this. Have them out. Just to make it look more imposing, I guess. There's some pegs here. Let me see if these fit. Yeah, so you can get guns. You can put a gun on there. If you have other accessories with your other figures, goes on there. You can see through here, like where people can walk and go through. So let's get base mode now. Flip this over, down. Flip these like that. This right here, you know, get the legs untabbed. Move this out. Then you can untab these legs and move it out. And you can see the pillar automatically comes out, of course. And go out like that. This can move and go down. These things can go up. This can go up. It's kind of, I guess, the city. These things come off. They do. I'm not going to even hold you. And they kind of hit this right here, so it doesn't completely go all the way down like it should. Maybe, yeah, there you go. I just don't have it right. So again, over here, you do the same thing. Unpeg it. Then you want to open up this. Over here, this is the same thing. Move this down. You can move this out. It doesn't really matter. And then you have the base mode. You know, it's super big. Again, you can put the gun here. Then full tilt can go up here. He can slide down this thing like that. He can also be over here getting worked on. You got a helipad here if you need it. Different stuff. You have these things that they had on the old Titans Return, because you know you can connect other bases to it. And yeah, this is about it. Like I said, it's cool. I mean, it's Trypticon. It's what I remembered. You can also pull out the Headmaster or the Titan Master or whatever they call it. You got full tilt there. You got Titan Master. You got some guns up here. Maybe you want to put the gun there and have him manning the gun. Or maybe another one, a different one. Here's a Masterpiece Target Masters. Have them up there. So yeah, you can really do what you want. This has been Trypticon Age of the Primes. Again, I think my only gripe maybe is the lack of details. There's no stickers that come with it that I have found. And I usually don't use a lot of stickers, but I would put on some stickers. But it's Trypticon and I need a Trypticon, so I didn't think a Masterpiece one was coming anytime soon. I could always be wrong, but you never know. All right, so if you enjoyed this video, let me know and I will get over with you in another one. Peace.
You know, life ain't over, life ain't over, life ain't over. As long as you're alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.